yourself, everyone else is taken.
Yet another episode in the Passionpreneur show. Many of you know me as an author, as an entrepreneur, as an influencer, as a pageant coach, as a model. But you know, one word that describes me best is a passionpreneur, because I converted my passion into thriving business, and not just one, two businesses. The first one is the Success Tour, where I help students to find their passion and get that strength finder out of their potential. And the second one is Fly Showcase, Fly means First Love Yourself, where again it's all about self-confidence, but it has to do with the glam runway. And you can see I'm all glammed up, but my glam cannot outshine before our guest for today. But before we introduce you to our guest, don't forget to subscribe, because we bring stories from all over the world, the people who are passionate about something, and listen to their story. And it may apply to you as well, because you're not alone in this. So without any further ado, let me welcome our guest for today, none other than Betsy Clark. Hello, Betsy. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
So good to see you. You know, we didn't decide to be in black and white, but we are all black and white. Life is all about black and white, and you can add colors to it, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a little color here, so
yes,
it's not too black and white.
I have a little bling on it. All right, a little about Betsy. She's the founder of Coach to Strengths. First of all, I love the name, Coach to Strengths. The name itself is so powerful. So Betsy Clark helps high-achieving women align with their soul purpose to create a life that feels as rich as it looks. Her work blends mindset, meaning, and momentum for personal and financial transformation. There's a lot more, but I want you to hear from her in her own words. So Betsy, many people love to be in that 9-to-5 job because it's the safest thing to do.
Right.
Why and how and when did you decide to step into that mode of hustle and then evolving from it and then helping other women? So tell us your story.
So this isn't very self-aggrandizing. I don't make a very good employee. I am too much of a free spirit. I have too many opinions. I have desires and dreams, and I have a very, very strong purpose that will not go away. It's that unremitting purpose that keeps calling me back to being an independent entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for 47 years, and I absolutely love what I know. You're doing the math. I started when I was 3. Just kidding. But I've been an entrepreneur forever, and I worked with my husband for 35 years. I just feel like there's so much bigger, something bigger going on, and I want to connect with those women entrepreneurs and businesswomen who do have that unremitting purpose that won't go away. Your calling never leaves you. It keeps wooing you back.
Yes.
And I've tried working in organizations, and I last about 18 months because I get itchy. And I know that there's something more for me to be doing.
Right.
And so that's why I've been a serial entrepreneur.
Wow. You know, when you said about calling, it keeps coming back. When I started long back, this is not about me, but still, I get ideas in shower. That calling keeps coming, right? So I think whether you're trying to sleep or you're driving, somewhere it keeps telling you, the universe has a way to tell you that you're not made for this, you're made for bigger things.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So what was the first step when you started this? Tell us the first step, the baby steps.
Okay, so I was 23 years old. I was graduating from college. I was about to get married, and I bought my first business. I bought a franchise in the weight loss industry, and this was back in the 70s when there was no weight loss industry, and so women paid me to coach them. So I was a nutrition coach, basically a weight loss coach. And my father and father-in-law thought I was crazy because there was no proof. There was no social proof whatsoever,
Right.
and this was before the internet. I
Yes,
mean, heaven
yes.
forbid. And I absolutely loved it. And what I realized was, and I love men. I'm not man bashing. I'm married to one. I birthed one. I'm grandmother to one. But all of the books back in the mid '70s were written by men for men about leadership and business.
Yes. When we think of leader, the first thing used to, now the things have changed, but it
changing.
was a man behind it, yes.
Right. And so I was looking for, I had never run a business before. I had been a student my whole life. And I didn't have any context on how to be a woman leader.
Okay.
And so I tried to pull together a consortium of other franchise owners, and they said, oh, you're price fixing, this won't work. And I'm thinking, I was never designed to do this alone.
Right.
And I made a vow at 25 when I sold my business. I said, I want to be the woman that I needed at 23. And that's what drives me, is to help women find their voice and not lose their soul in business. Because it was very tempting to make some pretty wonky decisions and to get a little full of myself, and greed was always there, calling me, and I didn't want to lose my integrity and self-respect. And so that's really why I do what I do, is to help you find your voice, and your voice, not someone else's voice.
Exactly.
And not lose your soul in business, to have such a clear soul purpose. And you can spell that S-O-L-E or S-O-U-L, however you want to spell that. But it matters.
It matters.
It really matters that you focus in, dial into that in a way that aligns with who you be. And that's my passion, is to help women be true to who they are.
I love when you use the word soul. You can use it S-O-L-E or S-O-U-L. It has to be from inside. Its calling, its purpose. But I'm really happy to know that. I mean, you found that at the age of 25. There are people out there in their 50s, and they still tell me that I don't know what I want to do. I think everybody knows it from inside. It's just that they still want to be in that safe space. Humans are not created in a way that they love to take risks, but you have to come out of that comfort zone and just say yes to all these things. But I'm so glad that you started, and you are an inspiration for so many. Everyone is looking at this fancy thing that she's running this multi-billionaire concept, but tell us about the struggles, the challenges, because it didn't happen like I want to do this and it happened. So tell our audience about the ups and downs in this journey.
So I think there's something called comparisonitis, and it's the inflammation of always comparing yourself to someone else.
Okay.
I was the youngest of 4 siblings. I was the youngest of all my cousins. There was a 20-year gap. And so, I'm like 5 and 6, and these people are becoming lawyers and doctors and judges and influencers before there was a word influencer. And they were doing great and mighty things, and they all took Latin, and they, could speak 2 or 3 languages, and I'm still working on English. And so comparison really shuts women down. And as I see social media get bigger and bigger and bigger, there is a tendency to go, I'm not as so-and-so. I mean, you embody success and beauty and everything that's effervescent and good in life. And there are women out there who are comparing their beginning with your place in business, or mine, or whatever. I've had so many opportunities, where golden opportunities, that if comparison had won, I would still be stuck back there. It causes us to hesitate. It causes us to question our decisions and self-doubt, and not make the momentum and the growth and be open to those opportunities that keep knocking.
I completely agree with that. Yes, people do compare. I always say use social media to get inspired, and then people come to me and say, you do so many things and this and that. I tell them, see, you have a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old at your home. My kids are grown up, so don't compare your present with my present. Right? When I was in your age, I was not even doing what you are doing. So you are better than me. So that's how I build their self-confidence. But it is a fact that social media, even though we, as an influencer, we love to inspire people, but sometimes it goes in the negative direction.
But we always have a choice.
We always have a choice.
Always have a choice. So
Yes.
I'm not throwing social media under the bus at all.
Uh-huh.
At all. But you have to be really clear, I can do this and I can't do that. If something inspires you, yes, more of that. If something takes you out at the knees and causes you to lose momentum and to question and doubt yourself, then you need to unfriend or delete or get rid of that
Get
app.
away of that from your life.
Yeah, I think that social media, I love social media because
Me too.
I'm very, very particular about who I let into my head. But we need to do that belly to belly with people.
Yes,
We shouldn't accept everything as, I need to receive this. We need to be discerning. And the more you know who you are, what your values are, what your strengths are, you can go forward with confidence because you really monitor what you allow into your
I
head.
love this. You monitor what you allow. So, such a beautiful thought. You know, social media. I always hear that from our audience that hey, social media sometimes becomes a little challenging, and it's instead of helping us to grow, it's bringing us down. So you have the choice. You have the
Always.
choice. I love that. And tell us more about. I know there are many stories that you have. Is there any personal moment in this journey which made you, you know, it was a turning point, or it made you like on the top of the world, or you felt that yes, I'm doing what I was, made for, right? Why God created you. We all have that reason.
Yeah.
So share with our audience that story.
Okay, so when I was little, I was the youngest of four, and so we only had one bathroom for 4 kids. And I would take the little tape recorder and I would sit in front of the register, because it was in New England, it was cold in the winter. I would sit in front of the heat register with this little tape recorder and I would record. I would just talk and make up stories and make up voices and read poetry and do all that sort of stuff. So even at 8 years old, I had a microphone in my hand. And so now I have the opportunity to speak on stages, and you heard me the other day.
You shine bright on stage, yes.
I love being on stage because it's a moment to speak life into someone. The word inspire means to breathe life into.
Right.
And so that's my joy, is to give women hope that they can do it. It isn't always pretty, believe me, it's not always pretty. And it is worth fulfilling that inner calling.
Right. So stage is your, I would say, first home, not second home. Yes, because you never know. See, the audience who are listening, how many lives you might have changed. Why? Because they were listening to you. And sometimes we don't even know how many lives we have changed. That one thing that you share, that one story, might have changed someone's, and that could have become their turning point.
That's my desire.
It is.
It's my desire.
You must have. I can guarantee you must have changed so many lives. I was really touched by listening to all your stories on the way you, and that's the reason I was so curious to meet you and have you as a guest on my podcast. And where are you based at?
I'm out of Colorado Springs.
Okay, Colorado Springs.
Yes, but I work with women internationally.
You travel, thanks to internet, I would say.
Right, and virtual conversations and things like that. It really is an incredible time that we live in right now. I didn't see this 50 years ago, and to have this opportunity to have a global reach it really can be overwhelming, but to me it's my greatest joy.
I love it. I would have asked you a question, what are your future plans? But I think knowing you as a person in last 2 days, I've realized that you go with the flow.
Yeah.
You trust universe, you trust God that there is something. Everything happens for a reason, right?
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about this, how you got into this. I remember you gave me the card which said,
the grace
the
card.
grace card,
Yes.
along with your business card, and you gave the grace card first before even giving the business card. We are always trying to sell ourselves, but you were not doing that. So tell us more about your connection with universe or the faith that you have in God.
It's very strong. I've had a near-death experience. I've almost died 3 times.
Tell me.
Oh, I just got diagnosed with cancer 2 years ago, and it was not looking good. I was on stage 2 years ago at eWomen and shared that I didn't know what my prognosis was, and I didn't know for 4 months. And I just have a sense that God's not done with me yet, and when my mission, whatever that is, to encourage people is done, I will know. And you know, I just have a lot of faith that all we have is right now. We have the present. And so many of us don't understand the value of time. Cecil Bloom talks about being a time billionaire when you're in your 20s. You've got 2 billion seconds left. When you're in your 50s, you get 1 billion seconds left. It doesn't matter. I turned 70 in 2 weeks. It doesn't matter how much time I have left. If I waste my time, it doesn't matter how old I am. But if I understand that time is my most precious resource, I use it wisely. I can say yes and I can say no, but only I can be the one who can determine that based on what my purpose is, what my strengths are, what my values are, and what my calling is. And so for me, it's really a no-brainer. Someone says, you know, can you speak here? I really sit and discern, is this a group that is going to be open to what I have to say? Because if they're not, it's not fair to that audience, and it's not fair to me.
Right.
And so we have to use our time wisely.
I love it. You know, you're not old with the age that we created. You're old or wise with the time that you invest and the choices that you make, right?
You can be 20 and be poor in regards to time if you don't use your time well and you don't value it.
Yes.
So I used to think, time billionaire, wait, I want to be a time billionaire, I want to be in my 50s. But the truth is, I love where I'm at right now, everything I've gained, that I know the concept and the value of time. It doesn't matter if it's millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. We have to understand the currency that we have and the currency that we value.
Right. And there's one more thing, because I didn't want to talk about the age, but you said that you are 70. Look at her, oh my God, you're an inspiration. Normally, you know, sometimes people think that, oh, I'm 50 or this is my retirement age. Now I cannot achieve anything, because I was also told at the age of 40 that modeling, you want to try something new at this age? But I said yes, that was my choice, and my goal was to inspire other people. Age cannot define what you want to do or what you want to achieve. Whether it's 20, as you said, some people are building that empire at the age of 20, and some people take forever. And you have been doing it for years. I'm so glad that I met you, and you know, we get to listen to you. That's so amazing. And then
Can I just add one thing?
Yes, of course.
My dad lived to be 100.
Congratulations, happy birthday to him.
Yeah, he is no longer with us, but you know, when he passed, it was so beautiful because he lived life on his own terms. He lived a quietly extraordinary life. He lived it richly. He lived it
right.
It was a juicy life. He had a juicy life. And so for me, I don't think it matters the age you are. It's what have you done with your time?
What you have done. Yes, what you have done with your life. So please ensure what you're doing with your life. Do not waste it, value it, think what you want to do. Take a notebook, write down what's your calling, whether it's in a shower or driving, just say yes to it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, very nice. I feel like I keep talking to you, but we know we have, time is precious. And before we come towards the end, we love to share with our audience. There is a series that I do on all the social media. It's every Wednesday I post a 1 minute of a practical personal growth formula that you can apply in your life for becoming a better version of yourselves. We call magic formulas. There's nothing but magic, but we would like to ask you to share with our audience one magic formula that you would like to share with them to be better in life, or ask for their calling, or whatever.
So we talked about comparison. And I think the thing that unhooked me on comparison once and for all was Oscar Wilde's quote, "Be yourself, everyone else is taken."
Be yourself, everyone else is taken. That is so true. We all are limited edition, right? So
we are a supreme limited addition.
Very nice.
But when you understand that, I mean, my shoulders just came out of my ears and I was able to take a big deep breath. I'm enough. You're enough. You're a unique design. And we need you to be fully expressed. Stop hiding your light.
So beautifully said, right? So don't compare yourself. You are enough. You are born for doing bigger things in life. And everybody has a different story, a different path, a different goal to achieve. So focus on yourself, right? That is so beautiful. And where can our audience find you?
You can go to my website, which is strengths.com. I'm Betsy Clark, and I would love to be in touch. And what was the moment of inspiration for you? Because it's not about me, it's about what you do with what we have said here this morning.
Awesome, beautiful. With that, we'll take your leave, and don't forget to subscribe. Continue watching our episodes, because every time we bring these passionate people from all over the world, these are gems. Listening to them, connecting with them is definitely going to help you. We all need that one coach, and the word says coach to strength. So find your strength with this amazing coach. With that, we'll take your leave. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.